In this tutorial, we will be demonstrating how to utilize the session dashboard within your virtual desktop environment using the VDI ToolKit. So what information does the session dashboard provide? Well, it provides daily session metrics, session breakdown by hour metrics, day, week, month, and quarter session metrics, highest 5 metrics, and also the current session breakdown. The daily session metrics provide information on daily total sessions, daily max concurrent sessions, and daily average session duration. It provides data from the last 365 days. The session breakdown by hour metrics provide information on average session duration by hour of day. It also provides sessions started during hour of day, which can be useful when trying to determine a good time to schedule possibly maintenance of the virtual desktop environment, or when possibly trying to schedule activities such as backups and whatnot. Lastly, it provides average concurrent sessions during hour of day, which can be helpful in determining when most infrastructure resources are needed during the day. Next, we have the day, week, month, and quarter session metrics, which provide information on average session duration, average daily sessions, and total sessions and max concurrent sessions over the specified time interval. The highest 5 session metrics provide information on session duration by user, daily session by user, or daily sessions by user, which this can be helpful as if users have a high number of daily sessions, they probably need more education on disconnecting their session versus logging off their session. This can be helpful if login times are elevated in, let's say, a non-persistent environment, as disconnecting and reconnecting to a virtual desktop session is much faster than logging off and logging back into the virtual desktop session. Lastly, it provides last log on by user, which can be useful in identifying possible stale users, as it shows users that have not logged into a session in an extended time period. The current session breakdown provides information on current connected and disconnected sessions within your environment. So let's talk about why our charts are ugly. Okay, that's a strong term. So they aren't necessarily ugly, and we take pride in them. So let me elaborate on what I mean by that. First, we believe that data should be represented as it presents itself and should be unadulterated. So what does that mean exactly? Well, it means we use no smoothing algorithms on our charts, such as rolling moving averages, etc. Many other companies, when providing charts, are so worried about making them pretty, they modify the data with smoothing algorithms. You are in essence not seeing the true representation of the data when such algorithms are used. This can lead to thinking that there isn't a problem when there actually is one. We choose to focus on a true representation of the data versus a pretty representation of the data. We believe this will equip you with better tools to help make better decisions within your virtual desktop environment. Up next, we will be demonstrating utilizing the session dashboard using the VDI ToolKit. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we want to do is open up the management console, and I have that running on a virtual desktop. So we'll go ahead and open that, and I'll open up the management console. And once we have the management console open, I'll go ahead and expand that, and we will want to navigate to dashboards, session, and as we can see, this is the session dashboard. Okay, so just to go over a few things, here's the graph for the session daily metrics, and that is 365 days worth of data. And if you highlight your mouse over any area, you can see those details as we talked about with the total sessions, average session duration, and max concurrent sessions. So you can kind of get a visualization of those items. If you want to drill down in a particular area, you can left click and hold, and then you can highlight a particular area and it'll zoom in. If you double click on the dashboard, it'll re-navigate it back to what the original was over the 365-day period. So that's daily sessions. And just to show you as well too, if we navigate to the ellipsis down here and highlight our mouse over, we can also show grid lines if we want. I'll turn that off, and we can actually show the legend. And once the legend is up, we can actually uncheck items, and we can actually just see what items that we want. I'll go ahead and check those back and navigate back here and turn that off. Down here is the session breakdown by hour, as we can see, and that's based over the 24-hour period. And we have the average session duration, and that's for sessions starting during that hour. So just to kind of explain, if a session starts between the hours of 12 and 1, then this is the average duration for sessions that were started during that hour. We also have sessions started during that hour, and as you can see here at 12 p.m. we've had 596 sessions. So this can give us an idea of when most of our sessions are starting. Just please note that with all of this, this is just dummy data that's been entered in to create a representation for you. And lastly, in the session breakdown by hour, we have the average concurrent sessions. So you can see how many sessions were concurrent during that hour on average. So after that, we have up here, we have our day, week, month, and quarter metrics. And we can see here that that's average session duration, average daily sessions, and total sessions, and max concurrent sessions. Now, this is based over the last 24 hours. And if we click week, this changes and is over the last week, and so forth for the month and the quarter as well. So we could switch to the quarter, and we could see we've had 15,000 sessions over the quarter and the average daily session count. Right here is the highest, and so we can see our session duration. We can see which users have had the longest session duration. Daily sessions, we can see how many on average a user's had in a day. And like I said earlier, this is important because what we want to do is teach our users the difference between disconnecting and logging off sessions. If a user is constantly logging off their session and then going work somewhere else, they're not reaping the true benefits of using a virtual desktop session. They should in turn be actually disconnecting and reconnecting, which is not only faster than logging off and logging on, but it also too ensures that their work's still saved and anything they had open is still running. So if there's applications they constantly use, they don't have to reopen those applications every time. The other thing we have too is last login. And last login gives us a date. And as we could see here, this random user, its last login date was 12/1/20. So, so it's been a while. So this can help you identify possible stale users or people that haven't been logging in. So that way you can hunt down if maybe there's people still in Active Directory that their user accounts are still enabled and they haven't logged in a long time. The last part here is the current sessions, which will give you a breakdown of currently in your environment, real time, how many are connected and how many are disconnected. And you can just refresh it here with this refresh button. This can help you if all of a sudden you see a bunch of disconnected sessions. Why? Is there a networking issue somewhere? Did a whole department go down or something along those lines? And also with the dashboards too, just so you know, you can actually print these dashboards as well. And there's a print button up here to allow you to do that. And you can just click that and print. That pretty much sums up the session dashboard. I hope this tutorial has been useful, and thank you.